Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa from 8th House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I am back with the Libra season 2022 Healing Crystals video, and also to discuss the last quarter moon in Cancer and the start of Fall Eclipse season 2022. If you are interested in learning about Libra healing crystals, how to maximize this last lunar phase before eclipse season, and what's on the way for the rest of October and November as it relates to the moon, stay tuned for the rest of this video. So, we've reached the final days of Libra season. We are approaching the final days of the Hunter's Moon in Aries lunar cycle, and we are just moments before or about a week away from entering into officially fall eclipse season 2022, completing the eclipse cycle for Taurus and Scorpio, which began in 2021. It's good to kind of be able to blend all of these topics together because it is a busy time in the sky, and the last quarter moon is about checking on the progress of our manifestations as the light dims and we approach the new moon. So in both my blog post and this video, we're going to focus on the beneficial things to do under these current energies to make it a wonderful time of reaping. Just as a heads up, Pluto and Mercury have both ended their retrograde periods. Pluto ended its retrograde on October 8th, so we're still in that post-shadow. But Mercury retrograde ended on October 2nd, and October 16th marked the end of Mercury's post-shadow or integration period, as well as indicated the fact that Mercury has now made its way back into Libra, where it belongs, and is completing its sojourn through that sign as we move towards the end of the year. That means that issues that arose around August 22nd during the pre-shadow of Mercury, it will be coming back right now for us to address across a number of areas. And since we have a closeout of our internal motivations around thinking and communication, which represent Mercury, and around the shadow work and transformation axis that Pluto brings, it's good that we're in an air element like Libra, because it's going to allow us to further integrate this information intellectually and to think about how we balance out all of our learning to take things into the next season. Remember, Libra is a cardinal influencer sign. It kicks off fall in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. It's known for its grace, its beauty, its desire to balance and refine things aesthetically. So a lot of that is going to be on our mind, especially as we are approaching these eclipses. First one happening on 10/25. If you are a sun, moon, or rising that is Libra, or for right now, in addition, Taurus and Scorpio, you will be feeling the impact of this astral weather that I just talked about in big ways. And that is why looking at these healing crystals for Libra season and adding them to our toolbox are going to be so important, because we want to balance things out. Additionally, because you can feel the imprint of an eclipse energy as early as 6 weeks before the events, and because I do not recommend doing ritual or crystal charging work during eclipses, because they're like a live wire that's hard to ground, this crystal video is going to be really important, because charging and working with these crystals can help you ride out that period of October and November until we get past the eclipses and pull in additional crystals to help tether us to more practical and grounded energy. So, these 3 crystals or stones that I'm recommending are for not only when we are in Libra season, but when the moon each month moves in to the sign of Libra. Starting first, we are discussing malachite. It cleanses electromagnetic pollution and harmful energies and impurities from the body. It helps with change, shyness, all of which can help balance out Libra energy. It is a champion for metamorphosis, and it also helps us expand and support leadership skills and awareness. This is a beautiful green crystal. It seems to me green is one of the colors I associate with Venus, in addition to pink. Libra and Taurus are children of Venus. And so malachite also is a great stone for women as it relates to balancing your menstrual. Malachite is a balancing stone, so it makes sense that it would show up in the Libra season as a powerful regulator. Chrysoprase is yet another crystal that opens your heart space. It helps with promoting love, happiness, and optimism. It helps remind you to be in or actualize your feminine energy power of receiving. And it is a stone that can communicate well-being. It promotes a balance and a level of self-acceptance and equilibrium, all of which are favored under Libra season or whenever working with the 7th house of love and business partnerships. This is yet another green stone that we have to boost our energy and to really help us with motivation and discipline. The final stone is sunstone. It's one that brings joy and contentment to your life. It's similar to the sun in color because it's yellowy orange and oftentimes can have flecks of gold that will add glitter, sure to make any Libra diva, male or female, happy. It is a stone that is known to provide good fortune and prosperity and to give you solar power, which is ego power, belief in yourself, tapping into 5th house energy of self-expression and freedom. And so this is yet another stone to balance out the focus of Libra, which is always seeing things from both sides of the coin. So it's great when you need to move through an impasse or have a great decision that favors everyone involved. However, you also need energy during Libra season to help your ego get a little bit more weight so you do not end up in analysis paralysis coming out of Virgo and Libra energies, right? And so that you have enough gravitas or enough of a place to put extra weight or emphasis that you can come down one way or another, having made a decision. That is something that can sometimes elude us during Libra season. And so all of these stones are going to be really helpful for any of us to work with during the season. And they lead me to thinking about this, the last quarter moon in Cancer, a water sign. The last quarter moon in Cancer is also auspicious since we are getting ready to move into eclipse season and Cancer rules the moon. So the moon is going to end its cycle before we go into the intense eclipses, almost in its domicile or in its home energy, right? The last quarter moon is about releasing the knowledge that we have gathered from the previous cycle and releasing any intentions, further releasing any intentions that we set at the new moon. It's the midway point between the full moon and the next new moon. And it's a time for us to take a quick check on how things are materializing, to see if we need to make any changes, and to reconsider and continue releasing. Remember that the last quarter moon, just like the first quarter moon, these are lunar phases that only last for a day. It is natural for you to feel reduced energy right now, and with eclipse season coming, expect your energy to feel even more reduced than you normally would expect it. Again, we want to analyze and release any thought patterns that are not serving us. We want to get organized, tie up loose ends, go to bed early, take a nap if you feel called to. Please listen to your body and do not talk yourself out of feelings and sensations that you have, especially with the last quarter moon in Cancer and the moon's power. Our intuitive body and resonance chamber is everything below the neck. So the body keeps score and the body's going to have a knowing. Don't try to serve that up to the brain and say, well, does this make sense? No, body sensations don't make sense to the mind. They make sense to the body. If we follow them, we have a jump on our understanding because the body responds to energy that the mind cannot perceive. Remember that, and we will be in the best space, right? Try not to demonize being tired or lower in energy. That is letting us know that we are reaching the end of the light of cycle and that we need to draw within, especially as we approach the complete darkness of the sky known as dark of the moon, before the eclipse shows up on Tuesday the 25th. Again, I do not recommend doing ritual work during eclipses, so moving ahead with lunar wisdom formula pieces here, because I'm considering this new moon eclipse at 2 degrees Scorpio a birthday gift for me, who is born the day before and is 0 degrees Scorpio. I'm excited about the great beginnings that are going to be happening in my 5th house of creativity, romance, and fun. I am considering this an auspicious calling over my next solar year. For you, it is time for you to focus in on what this energy will bring to you. And in doing that, I am going to read from an excerpt of the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, focusing on the last moon in Cancer card, which tells us to take a breather. Because sometimes situations are going to start with much more promise and then they're going to fizzle out. It's normal. But now is a time for you to ask yourself if a situation is dragging on or if everyone is becoming too sensitive. It's time to take a breather and check in and see if this is what you still want. If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to issues related to self-doubt or because too many other people are trying to get their own way. If you're struggling to find balance, be it personal or professional, it may be time for you to cut with the stiff upper lip and just show your feelings. We have been in a cardinal lunar phase, so everybody wants to be the leader, especially at the 4 major points of this piece. Stepping back is a really good exercise for all of us. Last quarter moons encourage you to take a rest so that you can manifest. You no longer need to goaltend. Holding tightly and clutching things do not give you the open hands to receive what is on its way. Relax. And make sure that you note that emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue, especially when it becomes too long term. Take out your emotional trash daily. Move your body and make sure that you can reset each day so that when your ship comes in, you can grab it with both hands because you haven't been busy trying to drive everything where you need it to go. This is an act of trust and faith. In addition to the crystals that I recommended for Libra season, for the 17th, when this moon phase begins, Amazonite, blue apatite, rose quartz, red jade, moonstone, or jasper are all additional crystals that will work well for you. A strong manifestation to remember and to affirm is love is all there is, and I am love. You all, this is a really good way for us to walk into yet another water sign moon, which will be the new moon in Scorpio on 10/25, and to walk into Scorpio season. Crystals are a really great thing to have and to use, and I hope that you all were able to get some great information not only about Libra crystals, but how to most appropriately utilize them during this last quarter moon phase. As always, please check out the link below in the description for you to get your own ethically sourced high quality crystals and use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom to get 11% off of anything that you purchase. This way you can immediately put this information to good use. And in order for you to know what part of your chart is being activated and lit up, I encourage you to head over to my website or click the link below in the description box to get a copy of your birth chart. That is how you will know where all of the planets are and what sign rules what house in your life. That gives you what's needed to apply the lunar wisdom formula moving ahead. And as always, if you want more information related to this topic or more about the healing crystals that I spoke about, just head over to my blog, The Wisdom Well. Link is listed below so that you can get a deeper dive of that information or anything else related to the last quarter moon in Cancer. And as always, wise ones, thank you for hanging out with me and for staying tuned for the entire video. I love the Lunar Wisdom Formula. I love working with these energies, and my life does come with an instruction manual, and so does yours. It's written in the stars. It would be my honor to assist you in any way possible in implementing Lunar Wisdom Formula and stellar planning in your life. Click the link below to get in contact with me. And until the next video, wise ones, sending you so much light and love. Take care and blessed be.